Good evening, I'm Dr. Kemi Olunlayor, and it's the 13th of February 2020. I'm in Lagos, Nigeria, and here's what I have to say about the situation with all the nullifying of governorships by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. We have a problem in Nigeria, okay, and the problem boils on to power struggle. On today, the 13th of February 2020, I did a write-up about Muritala Muhammad and how the hierarchy of the military got themselves into all kinds of mess, and then they ended up assassinating Muritala Muhammad. Okay, look at all the players in my write-up. First, you got to go read that write-up and see what I said. It's all about power struggle in Nigeria. 5 years ago, I said, after the American Bar Association, the most corrupt bar association in the world is the Nigerian Bar Association. I did write that 5 years ago. The American Bar Association, the Nigerian Bar Association, and of course, the Brazilian Bar Association. So meaning what? The Americans, the Nigerians, and the Brazilians have the worst legal system when it comes to crooked lawyers, crooked judges, and so on and so forth. Now remember, in America, judges are elected almost in every state. So it's a little different there. In Nigeria, judges are not elected, they're appointed, including the Supreme Court. Why is it that power struggle is bothering us in Nigeria? Let me tell you something, okay? I grew up in a political home. My father is a high-ranking politician, even though he's 85 years old. He's in APC, the ruling party. At the end of the day, he doesn't even like the ruling party. Let's get away from my father. Let's get to us. Because I'm 55 years old now, and I've seen enough nonsense in Nigeria. The Supreme Court of Nigeria is fraudulent. You hear me? That is my opinion, okay? I don't care what anybody says, okay? Some people say, oh, the GSS is watching you now. I'm not scared of anybody, okay? I have a constitutional right in this country. There are two entities that are ruining government in Nigeria, and it's the Supreme Court of Nigeria. We've seen what happened to Justice Tanko and Onogin and the whole ruckus with the Supreme Court judges. There's corruption in there. Now, let's move back to INEC. INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission. When INEC came, remember, I was in Canada and I was one of the people that said they should not have that. But some people felt that we needed an independent body to count votes and all that. Dear Nigerian, anytime INEC nullifies an election, or they have to have a rerun, or candidates have to contest what INEC counted and take it to tribunals, appeal courts, and Supreme Court, you know they did nonsense. INEC doesn't do their job. When I was arrested and put in Port Harcourt prison, detained on that Ibiyomi case in 2017, almost 27 new inmates came in. About 7 of them were women, the others men. They were INEC employees. They allegedly collected 100 million naira. From the PDP side, they said that Wike gave them the money. We don't know who gave them the money. They came to the prison. They had the money, all right. And when they were leaving, they even left money for us. Oh yeah, 50,000 naira for the wardresses and for the inmates. And they shared it amongst us. They were still playing around the money they took as bribes. INEC has illegal employees. Employees that do illegal things are illegal employees. Taking bribes from politicians, altering votes, and collating rubbish. You see, when I become a high-ranking political official in this country, let me tell you something. If I'm heading INEC, I know the people I'm going to arrest before and after the election. There's so many malpractices in elections. And this is where we are now, because now, when you say you have a free and fair election, the rightful winners, it's not about party. It's not even about political party. The rightful winners that you claim INEC won are still coming back at appeal courts, tribunals, and Supreme Courts as not being the rightful winner. Nigeria is a disgraceful country. Why does Emeka Ihedioa asked to resign his position as governor to Hope Uzodimma, Imo State. That's a governor that's working like almost what, how many months? 7 months or something? And then the young guy, David Lyon, APC, won by Yeltsin. And now, the eve of his inauguration, the same day Murtala Muhammad was assassinated 44 years ago, Lyon has been sacked by the Supreme Court of Nigeria as no longer the governor. You're killing dreams. This guy celebrated everything. They have everything ready to go. This is not like the case of Jumolulu Briggs, who left APC, joined Accord, ran, and said he wasn't. All this nonsense. We're talking about someone that's won, celebrated, started an office, getting ready to be inaugurated, and you now said he's not the rightful winner. And you give it to the other guy, the PDP guy. So Wike now is shouting at APC. Oshiomhole is screaming, saying there's not going to be any inauguration tomorrow. And the people are boiling. And Bayelsa of all states, there's going to be violence. Wake up, Nigeria. The people of Bayelsa, wake up. One of the most advanced states in Nigeria. A state that could have been polluted like River State, the neighboring state. They were together throughout the military regime and whatnot. Bayelsa, a state that's advanced a lot. Most of it because of that young man, Seriake. Dixon left a legacy there, and nobody can pick up that legacy and continue. It's now become a tug of war. Who paid the Supreme Court judges? I don't want to hear it. I'm Kemi Olunloyo. I'm the most powerful woman in Nigeria. I don't care what you say. It's not your degrees. It's not your appointment at the World Bank or the China Bank or United Nations. I'm the most powerful woman in Nigeria, and I'm telling you right now, who altered the process? If we don't know who did that, and that's not DSS's job. I've told DSS, state security is for state security. We have a lot of terrorists in the country, a lot of foreign people in the country, and now President Buhari has already approved visa on arrival, which we don't like. We don't get visas on arrival to many countries, and they're going to come here. Terrorists are coming here. Terrorist cells are coming here. Look at the mess that happened today in Sudan. They want to pay America $30 million. So the families of those who died in USS Cole and the embassy bombing, because Sudan was used as, the terror cell ground. Bullshit. That should be $300 million. The US must never agree that. Donald Trump must say no. All in the name of, remove us from the terror list. We'll give you $30 million. The families must say no. That's nonsense. I covered that in 1998. So, getting back to the point. The people of Imo State and the people of Bayelsa State should continue to protest these results and don't take it in a partisan way. Some people said, okay, Uzodimma, and then they kicked Emeka out. Now they've kicked David, APC karma, PDP karma. We don't want to hear it. Somebody's infiltrating the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the American Bar Association is the most corrupt in the world, followed by the Nigerian Bar Association, and then the Brazilian one. I'm not happy. The people with ideas have no power. The people with power have no ideas. But I have ideas, and I have power. Keep talking, Nigeria. Don't let them screw you up. INEC, if I go after you in 2023, there won't be an agency anymore. And what I mean by that is that we can have a sit out that nobody will vote. No PVCs. We ride up and down telling you guys to pick up your PVCs, pick up your PVCs. But you can't conduct a simple election. Why we need electronic voting. Nigeria, wake up. The Americans tried some nonsense this year in the Iowa caucus. They used an app. Never use an app for what a human being can do. Look at the Democrats look like fools. Trump won Iowa and won New Hampshire caucus on their side. We need electronic voting in Nigeria. Simple. We need electronic voting. President Buhari, we need a census in Nigeria. We're heading to 210 million. By 2050, CNN said we'll be the most populated country on earth. We need to do a census. The last census was 2006 during Jonathan and Yaradwa's administration, I believe. Was it 2007? 2006? No. It was 1999. It was Obasanjo outgoing to Jonathan. Yeah, Obasanjo outgoing to, Jonathan and Yaradua. Nigerians, wake up. I can't continue to scream. My voice is gone. The Supreme Court is shady. The Supreme Court is fraudulent. INEC is shady. INEC is fraudulent. You've already said political parties are shady. Where are we going, Nigeria? We can't even pull a democracy. Forget a dictatorship. That's never going to happen. I did a video, 4 parts. Recolonize Nigeria. You guys can go watch it. YouTube.com/KemiTalksGist. I'm Kemi Omololu Olunloyo. Good night.